Okay, there is no audio. Now there should be audio. All right. Let's see if. Okay, there is no audio. Now there should be audio. All right, so audio works. See if chats work. Chat's working. Yeah, chat's working. Let's do this thing then.
Somebody's in for a hell of a fight.
All right. Who to play? Who to play? Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm a chip off the old block. I won't even have to use pheromones to make you love me.
Okie doke. Let's go do some Spider-Girl. Why not? We're 23 splinters away from my next choice. Whoever that may be. Let's check out Midtown.
Okay, just for clarification, I am not a scrub. Glorious for me.
Oops, I better turn my volume back down. I forgot I'd turned it up while I was on my break because my air conditioning had come on. I was catching up on a couple of subscription videos. So people I subscribe to. Give me some health back. Give me some health back. Oh, maybe I should have picked ranged. Quit hitting the D key. I don't need the D key. Hello, I was just in the middle of a big fight. Playing melee, so yeah, I have to be careful. If you're level capped, will you still be able to grab the Eternity Splinters? Yes. It doesn't matter what level you are, what character you're playing. Nothing matters. Now, you can't just be logged in. You can't be logged in. If you're out playing the game, splinters are going to drop. but it doesn't matter if you're level 1 or you're level 60. Now I have found that splinters drop more, tend to drop. There are places I've been that I've gone long periods of time without splinters. And I think it was because all I did was pass all the mobs and go directly to the bosses. So when I'm running through and just taking on bosses only and ignoring everything else, I have gone long periods of times without splinters. But when you're also just taking out mobs as you go, then the splinters seem to come. That's why I like to hang out in the patrol zones. I like to hang out in the patrol zones because, yeah, I'm taking out bosses and mobs and everything that gets in the way. And so splinters seem to drop just fine in the patrol zones. And I enjoy the patrol zones. I have fun in the patrol zones. But yeah, I have had long dry spells when I just rushed bosses. So just go out and play the game normally, and you'll be okay. If you start doing specific things where you don't attack many. All right, Brotherhood. Ooh. Okay, I'm about to do the Brotherhood. I don't want to do Brotherhood with Spider-Girl. Let me grab Storm.
There is much to do.
Alright. I'll switch back to Spider-Girl just a second. Pyro's flamethrower. Alright. Sentinel targeting unit. Pyro's flamethrower. Don't need either of those. Check to see if any of these are upgrades. No. 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 So let's switch between these two. Let's do this and back to Spider-Girl. Now the reason I switched, if it's not obvious to you, the reason I switched for that fight from Spider-Girl to Storm, Spider-Girl's melee. That's not the end of it. Not just because of melee. Magneto has a strong AoE. Pyro throws down fire. Let me get back to Magneto. Magneto's got an AoE dot, damage over time. Pyro has a strong damage over time. Sauron has a strong damage over time. Now, Blob just goes around and jumps on people. And Sabretooth goes around jumping on people. They're not that big a deal. Toad hits people from a distance. Not that big a deal. But all the damage over time happening to the meleeers, it's rough. It's tough. And if you don't have somebody who can pull everybody, all the bosses together, then it's really tough. So I switched to Storm because A, she's ranged. B, she does her own lots and lots of damage over time. Oop, here's a second one that's really bad. Doom's the second one that's really bad for melee. But I'm going to stick with Spider-Girl this time. If I get defeated, so what? It's just a game, right? But Storm can also bring them all together. She's got a vortex that will suck all the bosses into one place, so that her AoEs and all the other players' AoEs can go to work. Where's Spider-Woman? Where'd Spider-Woman go? I lost Spider-Woman. Where are you, Spider-Woman? I don't know what happened to Spider-Woman. See how they're all scattered apart? They're all spread apart. I don't have anything to bring them together. Their green orbs really hurt. Now, if I'd had Storm in here, they would already been in a nice tight little bunch. Okay, somebody just tried to pull one of them together. But still, no dice. There's, oh! Those little green orbs do AoE damage. Okay, there's the fifth one. Good. Somebody pulled them all together. Now, I'm going to lay down my whole thing here, and then I'm going to hit my ultimate power. That's me zip-zapping all over the place. And Spider-Man's got has a good ultimate power. It does a lot of damage to multiple targets. I gotta quit hitting the D key. But this whole thing would have gone much faster and much easier if I'd had Storm. Even if Storm doesn't do as much damage. Just because of the utility she brings to a fight like this. Now, some people won't play a game like this unless they're playing the guy that can do the most damage. But sometimes the guy that can do the most damage is not very helpful in a fight like that. Sometimes it's the people that can bring the utility that can make a fight, make or break a fight. Not the Joe DPS. Now, it takes Joe DPS to help bring them down. But sometimes just throwing DPS at a problem doesn't work. Is it about time to replace batteries in my mouse again? I keep having trouble dragging dropping stuff off the screen. Oops, forgot to switch the pet back. How's this doing? Blue's got to go. Don't want 4 more credits.
What? Were you expecting a Spider-Man?
So since our group is Squirrel Girl and Spider-Man, I might want to just switch back to Storm permanently, just to make things easier. Easier for our little group. Bring some support. We've got 3 DPSers. And like I said, that doesn't always work. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this.
I'm a chip off the old block.
So, let me switch to Storm permanently. Just make things easier for our little group here. And I like playing Storm.
When storm clouds darken, beware my wrath.
I like Storm. I'll go help them with crossbones.
Lady be praised. Exactly what I need.
The Norse put acorns on the windowsills to protect their homes from lightning. Thor told me so himself.
My only advice for Squirrel Girl is don't believe anything Thor tells you. Excuse me. Oh. I'm glad you are new to the game, Psycho. And I hope you tell all your friends. Come check out this free-to-play game. I sound like marketing. I do more marketing for this game than the marketing department does. That was a joke, by the way. Alright. Let's finish painting this town. Let's paint this town. Magic. No. Ileana and Aurora painting the town. Look at all the robots taking over Union Station. Okay. Town looks pretty good. Check the Wall Street down here or whatever it is. Alright. Who's in the karaoke bar? A couple of lava monsters. Oh. It's a Loki rune. Thank you, Miss RNG. Thank you, Miss RNG, for the Loki rune. See how nice it is when they're all nicely packed together. I can't do it again for another 2 seconds. I move in close, do this thing. It's got a narrower radius. What is the radius on that one? Oh, it's not too bad. Only one guy left, so I'll switch to my single target spender. When there's only one single target, I use electrocute.
Our battle was glorious while it lasted.
Even though it does hit nearby targets. When there's a bunch of them grouped together tight, I use ball lightning. Ball lightning's kind of like Doom's orbs. As it comes into your range, it starts doing it damage to you. As it passes by, it keeps doing damage, and then until it goes out of range. It just keeps doing damage to you. And that's what ball lightning does. As it goes through slowly, it does damage. And it keeps doing damage as it goes by. It keeps doing damage. And I just send out dozens of them together. All right. So now we have Psylocke. Where'd they go? Oh, they're working on Monkey Boy. They just finished Monkey Boy. I was late to the party. There's Psylocke. Let's go get Crossbone. That's the bad thing about Vortex. Well, it's not a bad thing, but anything within a couple feet of my screen, the whole screen that you see there, will get sucked into my Vortex. So I might lay it down on one boss all by himself, and before you know it, it's sucked in 24 guys. A couple of dozen guys from all around. It's pretty crazy. See all those guys getting sucked in from off my screen? That's how powerful Vortex is. That's why every time I'm in Midtown and Doom or Brotherhood shows up, I look around to see if there's a storm or a Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer can do that too. Black Bolt has in a way can do it. Alright, somebody else just pulled them all together. There's a team up that can do it. I think Clea can do it. But can you imagine trying to play range? I mean, melee and all this madness? Yeah. That's usually when I say, I'm out, and switch to a ranged. I'm out. At least at range, I can see the green orbs coming. And I won't get instant killed like you do in melee. Very nice. A lot of brute, a lot of boss. Wait a second. Nope, not very good. Dupe. Those were low numbers. These don't don't meet my criteria. I put survivability into my catalysts. I like my catalyst to have damage shield, regenerate, invisible. I like it to have instead of the when you hit with a power gain 5 spirit, I like the damage health per hit. And I like the mutation bonus. It's one of my favorites. Gain 1,000 health per second for 10 seconds when your health drops below 40%. That's a lot of healing. That's better than any healing factor in this game. But that's what I look for in a catalyst. Survivability. And then my armor. My infinity system, I go 100% DPS. Except for a little bit of movement speed at the beginning. I like all my characters to go about the same speed. It's just a personal preference of mine. Green Gobbles in the library with with a rope. Green Gobbles in the library with a rope.
You picked the right mutant king queen for the job.
I'm late to the party. But I quickly gathered them up. Even though I was late to the party. Four seconds until I can gather them up again. Come on, Bullseye. How are you holding your ground over there? I have no idea how Bullseye was able to withstand the vortex suck. But he sure did. Maybe he was just out of range. No, he was on the screen. Maybe bosses have a little bit of resistance to knock, push, bounce, knock up, knock down, push back, knock back, push forward. Little less than standard mobs. So maybe their radius is a little tighter than standard mobs that come flying in from outside the screen. That's what's always funny. To have a bunch of mobs come flying in, sucked in by the vortex that you didn't even know were there because they were so far off the screen. It's like, don't. Damage shield. No damage shield. Alright. Crossbones, I guess, is next. Yep. I'm a little closer than I thought I was. You can stand out of range of his earthquake or ground pound or whatever he's doing. Stupid sentries. I guess, yeah, Monkey Boy's next. Alright. So we've got a kitty, a rocket, Miss Invisible Woman, got a Cyclops, got a Gambit. Whole bunch of people just showed up. That's 2 or 3 of those Cargills I've gotten today. Delete. Wow. If somebody needs 3,000 health, there you go. 3,000 health. Brotherhood. Yes. Where are they? Down here, of course. Let me go yank them all together. The blob ain't moving for nobody. I didn't get all of them, but I'm glad that it keeps tugging at them and tugging at them. Pyro's the one that seemed to Get away! Sorry about that. Got excited. Let's try again. Three seconds. I can pull him back together again. Just see how convenient that is? I could have been playing Spider-Girl. Been in the middle of all that madness. Chasing those bosses all over the place. Running away all the time.
Oh my god, is that a talking raccoon? Adorable.
Storm is not OP at all. I imagine I'm not doing a lot of damage. But the utility that she brings to a fight is worth way more than some of these top DPS dudes.
A raccoon with huge guns and a talking tree as a friend? Now I've seen everything.
If you've got a guy set up to do AoE DPS and you have to run to each boss one at a time to fight them, that's no good. One storm in the mix and boom, you're hitting all of them at the same time. And you're doing 5 times the amount of DPS.
Hey! Spider's getting squashed here!
Spider getting squashed. Spider getting squashed. And it's this guy right here, Typhoon. And this talent right here, Storm Vortex. It continuously pulls enemies into its area of effect the entire duration, which is 8 seconds. There may be other builds and other talents that make you do more DPS, but I can guarantee on a single target in the training room, on a training room dummy, you could probably come up with a build that puts down the target dummy faster than this build does. But out here, where it really matters, the guy that can bring them all together is the guy that's contributing the most DPS. Even if that guy does no DPS. If I had one duty to do and it was to keep them pulled together tight and I couldn't do any DPS at all, I'd still be more valuable than the one guy that can just run to each one at a time and do DPS. People just don't think that way sometimes. They think, I got to have the best gear so I can do the best DPS so I can run back faster when I get defeated over and over and over again. Alright. Over here is where I got to pull them. Because Living Laser doesn't... Living Laser doesn't move. So if I could pull them all to Living Laser. And of course, Juggernaut doesn't move either. Jughead. He just does his thing. But if I remember to center my vortexes on laser, then I'll get most of the bosses together. Except Jughead. But you don't want to center it on Jughead. As soon as you center it on Jughead, he just charges right out of it. So I center him on laser. Since I can't move him, he's immune to knock and push and pull and even he can teleport out of it like he just did. He doesn't move around a lot, but he seems to use his teleport at the right time. I'm sure it was just a coincidence, but an annoying coincidence. But once you're down to the last guy, Vortex isn't that important. Moving them around is not that important when there's only one guy left. Melee is going to run up to him. Range is going to target him. Everybody switches to their single target spenders. Because single target do more damage than AoE. And if you think of it logically, it makes sense. If a guy hitting 10 at a time does the same amount of damage on each one that a person that can only hit one at a time, it wouldn't be fair. So the person hitting one hits harder than the person that's hitting multiple at a time. That's why I switched to single target. My single target spender when there's just one boss left. And I use ball lightning when there's more than one. No one beats Hulk. Actually, Hulk, you know that's not true. If somebody can knock you unconscious before you get really angry, they've got your number. Of course, they can't kill you, but they can at least knock you unconscious and run away. That's what you do with the Hulk. Hope you get him knocked unconscious early and run away. Or put him on a spaceship and send him out to space or something.
Not even death can defeat. This is gonna hurt. Here comes a bullseye.
Your fate is sealed.
But the more he gets angry, then it's over with. He wins. That was like Iron Man in the Hulkbuster suit. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Pounding the Hulk with his mighty hydraulic fists. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Try to pull him to sleep before he gets too angry. Alright, I hope everyone's enjoying Marvel Heroes for the PC. Anybody have any news about how the console versions have been going? I hope nobody from Gazillion had to work all weekend to fix issues. Still don't understand why people have Friday releases. Yes, yes, yes. I know, I know, I know. I remember I got family coming in, traveling from South Carolina. Be here later. What time did they? About what time will they be here? They'll text me when they get here, but see if I can figure out when did they text they were leaving. All right. 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. They're only halfway here. Be a couple hours before they get here. I will be ending early today, though, guys, because I've got family coming in, traveling in for the weekend.
I can beat you with my eyes closed.
Magic not with me. Ooh, I'll take that. Where have I got to go? Other end of the zone, of course. Ball lightning time. Keep lightning storm and hailstorm up. And tornado, sudden tornadoes. And then wait for my next typhoon, which is now. Brings them all back together again. Hit them with a sudden storm surge. And Malakath's the only one left. Nope. Curse is still out there running around. Alright, now Malakath's the only one left. So about
Cyclops, your presence gives me comfort.
about 30 minutes. I'll probably call it a day in about 30 minutes.
Hearken to the Odin Son. Come hither, friends.
Come hither, friend.
Hearken to the Odin Son.
Ha 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 ha. He said hither. He said hither. About 30 minutes. I'll wrap it up for the day. Get prepared for my sister, my brother-in-law, my other sister, my other brother-in-law. And today is actually my brother's birthday. Too bad he's not joining us. I get to see both my sisters and their husbands, but my little brother, whose birthday's today, I don't think he'll be coming.
Hearken to the Odin Son.
My little brother, the grandpa. Yeah. I had to stop and think. He's not a great grandfather yet. He's just a grandpa. My little brother. Of course, he's just 3 years younger than me. His birthday's today, and my birthday's in a couple weeks.
Looks like I passed another test.
Sinister Six. This way. I'm stuck. Got stuck.
Let me show you real power. As a million balls taste.
I'll just walk around for a minute or two until they all come out. There's Venom. And then, boom. Bring them all together. Stupid cars in my way. Set up over here and ball lightning. One of them's got Cosmic Vortex. Clean up the mess behind me. Start the ball lightning again. Come in for the big hitter. And then ball lightning again. Venom's only one left. Ah! Stupid people. Don't drop your stuff in the pile. Go to school. Get educated. Go to school. Get educated. Any educated person knows not to drop stuff on the pile. Get an education. Don't be that guy. That lamp post is keeping those guys from making it into the pile. But we've got a Silver Surfer now, so I could actually switch. Silver Surfer can do the same thing that Storm can do. So I can switch to somebody else. I still don't see Magic. There she is. She must have got Jugheaded. Run over by Jughead. Purple, when you hit with mental, no. When you get hit, that works for a meleeer. The yellow one works for a meleeer. Purple one's got to go. Who do I want to play now? Back to Spider-Girl, maybe? No, we still have a Spider-Man. And a Captain Marvel and a Hulk. Kate Bishop. Hey, Loki. Let's play Loki. But let's go fix this purple thing. And that was my air conditioning kicking on. If you wonder what all that background noise is, that's my air conditioning. Purple. That's the one that takes the longest. It costs the most and takes the longest. I don't understand this game sometimes. The designs. Can swing by here for a second. See if they need help. They do. All right. Where's Silver Surfer when you need it? I switched because we had a Silver Surfer. All right.
The power cosmic has again shown its true might. My powers cannot hold up much longer. Retreat.
Well, that's embarrassing. Am I the only one taking this seriously?
No, Carol, you're not the only one taking this seriously. Kamala Khan takes it seriously. I don't know about Loki. I don't know Loki takes anything seriously. Except his own ascension. The Winter Soldier and Doctor Doom. But Silver Surfer seems to have disappeared. There's Carol. Yeah, who cares about the Sentinels? I don't. I play a Fire and Ice build, Loki, with summonses. Black Cat's Cosmic Grappling Hook. I keep getting stuff I don't want. Stuff I don't want. Don't need. Oops, wait a minute. I need 3 of those. Go to the garage, I guess. And I'm too late. I can set a few fires. Let's put a couple things away. I'm running out of room for Avengers. This one is 1 fighting. Yeah. Didn't work. Wow. Frame rate dropped.
Huh. I guess my fire sense must have been warning me about someone else.
Oh. What the heck's going on with my Twitch app? I don't like the new Twitch app. Every now and then I'll look up and it's as if, I don't know. Well, let's see what's going on. No. 0 dropped frames, but the Twitch app acts like it sometimes loses connection and then regains connection. Can't remember the last time I ever... It's been a long, long time since I cold booted my router. My wireless router. Long time. Alright. You can switch back to, well, anybody. Play anybody. Any, meeny, beady, 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 beady. Loki's brother Thor.
No one power pales in comparison to the Prince of Thunder. I shall fight to the end.
Ugh. Melee in this game is terrible. I just can't see a thing. You can actually play a range Thor if you want.
I've heard from a very reliable source that you need a hand.
Just doesn't seem very Thor-like. Thor used to have a really high-powered range build that a bunch of people migrated to, including myself, before the biggest update ever. Just seems like he should be smacking people upside the head with his hammer, which is what he likes to do before he calls down the thunder. But I've had enough melee for now. Just a few minutes of melee and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, playing Nornrad.
Balance relies on my action, and I must concede.
Nornrad. Okay, I was closer than I thought I was. I can back up a little bit. Library. No idea what hit me, but I should pay attention. Oh yeah, I've got to center my vortexes on laser, because laser can't be moved. been a lazy Saturday, hasn't it? Nice, quiet. It's the weekend! Ah. About 10 more minutes or so. And then I gotta make preparations for family coming to town.
I'd do a victory dance, but I'm afraid I got two left feet.
Brotherhood.
I must suffer for my goals.
The blob ain't moving for nobody.
Oh, don't be pulling me in the middle of that. It hurts. It's insanity. More stuff I don't need. Tanya's love letter.
No mortal should rightly know.
You think you're anything like Captain America, Punisher? Fighting a good fight? Yeah, I tried that act. It's not for people like us.
All right. Who do I want to play for my last boss wave of the day? We already have a Winter Soldier out here. I don't like Vision. Kate Bishop, maybe?
Some people have impeccable taste.
Sure, why not? And no, I don't want to go to the raft. Quit bugging me about the raft. Raft.
Great. I can still make it to my board meeting.
I prefer a weapon with a little more elegance.
You need more practice if you want to be anything other than a teen sidekick.
Go out. Ah, I didn't make it out the door in time. I was too busy adjusting this monitor. I can't see over. There it goes again. What the world is wrong with the Twitch app? The Twitch iOS app. Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop's got a signature that comes back pretty often. So, like I said earlier, I've got some family coming into town. I got some preparations to be made. Ooh. Let's wait. Wait a second. Okay. There's something that I have 3 of. Oh, I've got 2 of these. Which one's the better one? Even though this has 1 less strength, it's still the better. Ooh, but this one I think is better than this one. This one's low on health. We'll see. All right. Black Bolt. Black Bolt uses these. Whew. Okay. What do we got here? Speed. We're okay speed-wise. Fighting. I think we're okay there. Speed again? Yep, we're okay there. Fighting? This one's gain spirit. These 2 are pretty identical. So this is the weakest one. This one's gain spirit. This one's a bunch of health. This one's got well, they both got invisibility on them. Let's just put it here then. Let's see. 2-9 energy, 2-9 crit. I like it better than that one. So yeah, guys, after I go through my inventory here, I am closing up shop for the day. Might as well just throw that one away. They're just unusable. They need to make one tiny tweak to it. Let's see if it's better than the one I already have. Doesn't really matter. If this said some number of damage rating for 3 seconds when you use a movement power, then it would be useful. But it's not useful the way it is now. Let's see, this belongs to her. Pie slices. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just sell those. There we go. Oh, gotta sell all this stuff. All right. Okay. Thank you for stopping by this Saturday. I hope you have a great weekend. I've got family that are on their way into town. Should be here in an hour or so. I've got preparations to be made. For those of you on my YouTube, thank you for watching my YouTube videos and thank you for subscribing. I'm going to let you guys go now. Thank you, YouTubers.